Men in Black International. Is it a worthy follow-up? Does it carry on the torch of the previous movies? We'll see in this review. So yeah, as I said, Men in Black International is the newest film in the Men in Black franchise. It stars Chris Hemsworth and Tessa Thompson as Agent H and Agent M. It also does have Liam Neeson as High T, which all have some really good qualities behind them. They're all really good actors, and I've seen what they can do. I did like Chris and Tessa in Thor Ragnarok, the 2017 MCU film, where they starred as Thor and Valkyrie, and yeah, they do have a similar sort of chemistry in this film, which I liked a lot, that you don't really see with much actors these days. First of all, Chris Hemsworth is the star of the show. You can tell they paid big money to get him in this movie, because he has by far the most screen time, the most dialogue, and the best dialogue, I guess. He is very funny in this movie. I did like how he's changed from just the pretty superhero in Thor to a really funny guy in this movie, and also Thor Ragnarok. Because people don't realize this, but he is a really funny guy, and him being able to flex his comedic muscle has made him one of the better Australian actors in my opinion. To be honest, I like him better than Hugh Jackman. Don't at me. Actually at me, you know. You can do that. Tessa Thompson was also really good in this movie. She plays Agent M, someone who lives her entire life believing aliens existed, but never having any proof. And then she stumbles upon the Men in Black, and instead of going through the recruitment process that Will Smith went through in the original, she just gets hired on the spot, which did somewhat bug me, because she sold herself as a really, really good person, when sometimes in the movie her character just isn't that, if you get what I'm saying. I don't know, just a little flaw that I had in the movie. I do still think Kumail Nanjiani, I think that's how you pronounce his name, did an outstanding job as the side character Pawnee. He's a little alien race who devotes their life to a queen, who just happens to be Agent M in this movie. So he did have a lot of comedic moments and nailed all the comedy. Obviously some of the jokes from Chris Hemsworth and Pawnee, and sometimes even Agent M, can come off as too much and just not land. But the majority of the jokes did land pretty well, which I found really enjoyable, because I had a good time watching this movie. It's obviously not perfect. No movie is perfect, except for Avengers Endgame. Fight me. But I had a good time watching this movie, which is what I went in wanting, if you know what I mean. It's not something I wanted to analyse the hell out of, have a deep emotional connection to. I just wanted to have a good time at this film. The main flaw I have in this movie is the antagonists. They're the alien twins, I think they're called, and they just reminded me too much of the ghost people, I don't remember the name, from Matrix Reloaded. I'll put a photo here, but they just were wasted potential. They had some really cool CGI effects which showed the extent of their powers, but they were just really lackluster. You'll know when you see the movie. They just were really wasted in this film, and I would have much preferred them to be a greater threat, I guess. They kind of reminded me of the supernatural being in It Follows, because they kind of just appear and walk towards Agent M and Agent H and not really do anything. They kind of just get shot once and then leave and then come back, get shot again, and come back. This movie would have been a lot better if it had a proper antagonist, not just these two people that showed up every 20 minutes or so to cause some sort of mayhem. They didn't really do much, and to just provide a roadblock in the story. Another little flaw was sometimes the pacing did feel a little off. There's a scene in the desert, which is kind of similar to John Wick 3, where it just reset the pacing. It didn't do much for the film. It kind of just grinded to a halt to have like a little joke, which I guess was funny in the grand scheme of things, but it did seem worth it to ruin the pacing for, if you know what I mean. I guess my main point here is this movie just didn't prove its existence enough. It does do a good job in carrying the torch in the Men in Black franchise, but I feel as if it just didn't need the name Men in Black, because putting it under the name of Men in Black casts it under a certain expectation, which I don't feel it always reaches. There are some moments where I can see potential, where it does work really well, but then there are others that just kills it. I don't know. I guess not putting it under the Men in Black name wouldn't give it enough traction, even though having Chris Hemsworth and Tessa Thompson in a movie together would do a fair amount of marketing, just like that. I don't know. I just would have hoped better, considering the other Men in Black movies are really good. Speaking of, I've only seen the first two, so I don't know how the third one is, but the first two have been pretty good. And comparing those two to this, it just doesn't hold up compared to the other two. In the end, I had a good time. I wanted a good time from this movie, and I got it at the cinema. Nothing else was needed from this movie. It had a good two leads. Liam Neeson was good in the movie. He was underused, but he was good. Chris Hemsworth, Tessa Thompson, always a win. And overall, I did like this movie. It wasn't the best, wasn't the worst. I'd say it's middle of the road. So I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. Thank you guys for sitting through my awkwardness of a movie review. I'm really new to this. This is only my second upload. And yeah, I am wearing the same clothes. I'm filming 2 videos in one day to get them all up in the one day. Hoping, depending on if I go to bed or not. But yeah, thank you for watching the review. I hope you did like it. I've got an Instagram page, which is @RileyReviews. I don't know if you can see it properly, but I will leave it in the description if you guys want to check it out. I've been doing movie reviews on that for about a year now, and I've been having decent following. I don't know, I hope this can reach a fair more people because of the YouTube platform. But if you guys did like this review, check out my Instagram page. I'll link it below, and I'll have the right here. If you do check out my Instagram, I usually post movie reviews once a week, hoping to get Toy Story 4 out this week. I wasn't able to go to an advanced screening, but hopefully I can catch it day one, so I can put a review up on my YouTube and my Instagram the opening day. That'll hopefully happen. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy the review, make sure to subscribe, hit like, post a comment. I don't know if anyone comments anymore, but if you have any opinions on this film, let me know down below. And as always, if you like what you see, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Laters.